What's up, everyone? Welcome to the As Seen on TV podcast, brought to you by TVCaptive.com for Once Upon a Time and Once Upon a Time in Wonderland recap slash roundtable discussion. I'm your host Dom, and with me I have Rachel.
Hello.
And Michael.
Hi.
Blah, 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 blah. Sound like the Putty Patrol from the Power Rangers. Yeah. So how are you guys tonight?
Good. Tired?
Well,
Good but tired.
Yeah.
yeah. Them tongue twisters, Dom.
Yes. Words are hard. Once Upon a Time in Wonderland is coming back Thursday. And
Yes.
Once Upon a Time is coming back Sunday.
Fun-filled week.
Yes. Oh, hello, Archon. We have Archon live in chat with us. How are you, Archon?
Hello.
Yeah.
So, which of the two shows are you guys more looking forward to?
That's hard. I'm looking forward to both of them.
I'm looking more forward to Once Upon a Time because I'm a huge Wizard of Oz fan. I'm even bigger Wicked fan. I love anytime you take a story and you retell it from a different character's point of view.
Yeah. Well, that's Once Upon a Time in a nutshell, right?
Yeah, so that's why these shows are so amazing to me. But for them now to introduce the Wicked Witch into Once Upon a Time, I'm super excited for that.
Well, we kind of said it was either going to be in one of the two shows.
Yeah. We were guessing it was Wonderland for a long time. Rachel was pointing out that the road was looking like the Yellow Brick Road, and how the different paths could go off to different lands, so that we didn't, who
Maybe
knows? But
with the, that land is the hub of everywhere, because the Yellow Brick Road leaded to a lot of different places.
Yeah. All right, so let's do a little recap real quick before we go into the new stuff. We'll start with Wonderland, since that show's coming back first. I don't know, what did you guys think of this series right off the bat?
Wonderland, right off the bat, I was intrigued because I already know the treatment they gave to Once Upon a Time, and I was excited to see what they would give that. The treatment they give to fairy tales in Once Upon a Time. And I was already excited just to see how they would do the Alice in Wonderland story. And they didn't disappoint.
No.
At first, it was very interesting, especially, Jafar is the bad guy. Woo, that's awesome. But I like it. I'm excited to see how they end it. How, this, because they said the 13 episodes are going to be one concise story. And if they go on from there, it'll be something new. So I'm curious how they're going to end this concise story.
Yeah, definitely, especially with how it ended on its break.
Yeah, now, we are unsure if this is getting renewed, right? We have not heard any word whatsoever whether or not.
No, just speculation and what they should have did instead of what they did, and blah, blah, blah. And
Yep.
But nothing concrete, no.
Yeah, at least the good side is that they plan this story arc to end at the end of the 13 episodes. So we're going to get a complete story either way. If it does get renewed, I believe they're going to use the same treatment and do a complete arc and just a different story. These characters will go in a different direction. So yeah, I don't know. I'm pretty excited for this. Not nearly as excited for. I'm a huge Alice in Wonderland fan. Don't get me wrong, but I like I said, Wicked. There's just there's something about it. But
yeah, I have a feeling that they didn't think it would go, so that's why they made it the 13 and kind of end. And if it gets picked up, they might carry over more stuff.
More crossovers.
Yeah, I think this was a trial run to see how it went.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm curious, like I said before, how they end it, but what I'm more curious is how they would continue it.
I don't know how they would continue the. I mean, they could continue the story that they already have. Easily.
True.
They could, but it seems like they're blowing through the genie's wishes, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we started off with Alice in an asylum, and we had the White Rabbit and the Knave of Hearts break her out.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Then the whole rest of the thing is Alice is now in Wonderland with the Knave of Hearts, and she gets wind that her long lost love, Cyrus the genie, is alive. So she's done everything in her power to try to find him.
Without using her wishes.
Right, and Jafar has him held hostage, kidnapped, and Jafar, the overarching villain, has teamed up with the Red Queen, and they have Cyrus, and they have the genie bottle, and the other prisoner that we see is the Sultan, which is Jafar's father.
We knew it was the whole entire time.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, there really wasn't anyone else it could have been. I mean, really. After he said that,
No, there really
his
wasn't.
father was the Sultan. There was really no one else it could have been.
Meow.
Yeah. I mean, that's something we were
That's my
calling.
cat. Sorry.
Yeah, he's allowed. I have a cat. You could just blame it on him.
Blame it on Jasper?
Yeah, he's sleeping though.
I blame it on mine, but she's asleep right over there.
Jasper's sleeping. He doesn't care though. You can do whatever to this cat. He just doesn't care. He's the most.
Yeah, you pick him up when he's dead asleep, and it's just like.
He'll just stay here too. Like.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Anyway, so, it got to the point where the genie ended up finding a way out of the cage. He escaped, and him and Alice are now reunited. They're looking for some help. Jafar has kind of been sneaky. He pretended to be Alice's father for a period of time. He actually brought Alice's father into Wonderland and really fucked with his head. So he's kind of having...
That's an understatement.
Yeah. He's kind of having a mental breakdown. So... Yeah, I don't know. What do you think is going to happen with the father? Do you think we're going to see more of him this season? We have how many episodes left now for Wonderland? We ended on episode 8, and we have 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13. So that's 5 episodes. So...
Well, now he believes her.
Yeah.
I guess that's the first step, but his wife's still not believing, and
Yeah.
she thinks, and he's hiding it from her. So how long could he hide that from her?
Right. And so Alice's stepmother is not she's nothing like Alice's mother, who's kind of like, I don't know, did we meet Alice's mother?
No, she died when Alice was young.
Yeah, but she made Alice's father happy. She made him like in a place where he believed in different things, and he was just more enjoying his life and stuff like that. And he seems like he took her took the new wife out of necessity to not be alone, so to speak,
Or to raise Alice.
Yeah.
You know, like everyone, she needs a mother. She really doesn't need a mother. She needs...
And now the stepmother is playing the typical evil stepmother kind of scenario.
Yeah. What was her name? Anyways, I know she has a name. I could not remember it.
I don't even remember.
I wonder if she is an evil stepmother. There's lots of evil stepmothers on lots of different fairy tales.
Yeah.
Yeah, I no idea.
Yeah.
You have a theory, don't you, Mike?
No, I don't. Not really right now. Thinking.
But whoever's up there does.
Yeah, whoever's upstairs from Dom right now, he probably can't hear due to his effective muting. Very effective.
When I'm not talking, it's muted, so they don't hear that. Only you guys do.
I know. It's distracting.
Yes, but to point out something that they can't hear is weird. So...
I am weird.
Yes. So we have the next episode that's coming out for Wonderland, the one that's going to be airing this
Thursday.
week. Yes, Thursday. It's called Nothing to Fear. The synopsis says Cyrus and Alice reluctantly work with the Red Queen to find Will, but must also be prepared to defend themselves from Jafar. Will has troubles of his own, and the caterpillar and the collectors find the genie bottle that he is in.
Ooh. The caterpillar finds the genie bottle, and the Knave of Hearts is inside of it. Talk about Christmas gift wrapped up for him.
Yeah, and actually, I forgot to mention this. Alice used her, what was it, her last wish? Was it her last wish?
Well, was it technically?
It was. Yeah, she used two, and then she gave one to Will.
Will used it.
Will used the final wish, and the wish was to ensure Alice wouldn't feel pain or wouldn't feel hurt or something along. I forget exactly how it was worded.
Yeah, how it was worded. Yeah,
and
in that sense.
And that actually ended up switching Cyrus for Will, and now Will is the genie. And he's in the bottle, and that's kind of the big cliffhanger we left it at.
Yeah.
So
I want to trust the Red Queen because she has those two sides to her. You don't know exactly where she stands right now. But I don't see any reason why she would go against them. Because they're all after the same thing right now. And Jafar doesn't, as far as I know, Jafar doesn't know Will's in the bottle. He still thinks Cyrus is in the bottle.
What?
right.
Yeah, it's a good. I don't know.
I mean, she saved them basically by telling them that Jafar's coming and all this other kind of stuff, and she obviously still has feelings for Will.
Yeah.
Whether or not they trump what she's done in the past,
That's a good question. We'll have they'll have to find Will
we'll
first.
see. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we could really quick just go into. There's actually a few synopsises here, and it says for episode 10 called "Dirty Little Secret," Cyrus remembers the events that led to the binding price he and his brothers have to pay. The Red Queen and the Knave are faced with the Jabberwocky. So
Jabberwocky.
we're gonna see the Jabberwocky again. We get some background on Cyrus, which is gonna be really cool. And then episode 11, Heart of the Matter. Says Alice and Cyrus discover alarming information that involve prisoners that Jafar has under his controls and changes their priorities. Meanwhile, the Red Queen is in critical danger and no one can help her except for the Knave by surrendering information to Jafar that he's been desperately seeking. In a flashback, Anastasia is about to marry the king and strikes up a friendship with Cora that directly impacts Will. Cora will confront Will, resulting with him asking for a shocking demand. So that's all the synopsises we have for everything that's coming. And typically, on a normal episode-by-episode basis, we don't look this far into it. But there's so much information that's been going on since the break. So it's good to know the Jabberwocky's coming. It's good to know we're going to have more background on not only the Red Queen, the Knave, and the Genie, but Cora as well.
And then that's probably also how something around there, how he not lost his heart. He got it back, but he just never put it back.
Yeah, so I'm sure we'll find out exactly how his heart was taken out and what he had to do to get it to Cora and get it from Cora. Because we do know that he has it back.
Him get it. I know Alice helped him get it back.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's right.
So I can see why he wanted it out, but how did that come to be? There's that
That's what we will find out.
Yeah, exactly. We have to wait and see.
Yes. So I'm actually kind of excited to see Cora again, because Cora died, last season or the season before? Last season. Once Upon a Time, yeah. So, I don't know, probably my biggest disappointment, I think, with Wonderland is the fact that there hasn't been too many crossovers. And with Cora, I think that'll change things up a little bit.
Well, they kind of set that up in Once Upon a Time because they said that, because they showed Cora in one. Oh, sorry.
'Tis okay.
A cat attack a dog. The dog runs into the kid, hurts the kid. Yeah, I can think.
Chain reaction.
So, yeah. So Korra will be good. We've had a little bit of crossover. We saw some of the characters in the first episode when they kind of set up where in the timeline this whole story was taking place. But we haven't had any crossovers on Wonderland. We've had Jafar show up in Once Upon a Time, but we haven't had any other characters pop into Wonderland.
Well, I think I think their timelines are just a little off. You know what I mean?
Well, it's not only that, but they've been dealing a lot with the Neverland issue. In
Too.
Once Upon a Time.
Yeah.
So
that's a big part of it. Yeah.
Yeah, most of the characters. So I guess now we're gonna transition into Once Upon a Time. So all the characters there have been really dealing with Wonderland. Like we've had the whole Peter Pan issue. The characters. Who was the first one to go to Neverland? It was
the first
Henry.
one ever. Henry.
It was Henry, but then like who was the first one to follow him there? Was that they just all went on the
It was
ship?
all of them.
But
they all loaded up.
I forget how they figured it out in the first place now.
Well, because Hook had been there before. He went there with his brother.
Yeah, but how did they realize that Henry was taken? I don't remember that.
Because of the two fucktards.
The two fucktards.
The girl and the guy. What's the names? That
I don't
died
remember
as soon
her
as they
name.
got there.
Tamara?
Yeah.
Yes, and Greg.
Greg and Tamara. Why did I remember Tamara but not Greg? I don't know. That's such an awkward name. Greg is a more common name. You would think I would remember that.
Well, I just call them fucktards.
Yes.
Because they.
I like the fact that I called them fucktards. You guys immediately knew who I was talking
Yeah.
about.
Oh yeah. Nothing strange there.
No. Yeah. So we had the ragtag team of heroes going to Neverland. We had Emma, Mary, David, Regina, and Hook all jumped on the Jolly Roger and threw a magic bean into the water. And
Gold was there.
Oh yeah, and Rumpelstiltskin too.
I know those pairing is just so weird.
Yeah, it was very interesting, but they overcame a lot of obstacles. We had what, David got the nightshade poison, right?
Mm-hmm.
They did a lot of background. I mean, I've noticed in this season they're doing a lot of backgrounds of different characters, which either means they're setting up for something through future down the line, or
right. And
keep their options open.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
So we had a lot of there. We met a lot of new characters. We met Tinkerbell. We met Pan. We met all the Lost Boys. No Rufio. Rufio is dead. I was very upset about that.
No, Felix is dead.
Yeah, now Felix is dead. But who else did we meet? Met the
Ariel.
mermaids. Yeah. We met the mermaids, and then we met Ariel, which she was very different than the Neverland mermaids.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they were evil.
Probably come from two different parts of the sea.
Either
Kinda
Ariel's
like
just one weird mermaid.
That too. What?
Yes, Ariel's the
Neverland
defective
come
mermaid.
from the hood.
Well, considering they all tried to attack them and Ariel was all friendly and stuff, you know what? She's the defective mermaid.
No, the Neverland mermaids are hood rats.
Hood rats, oh my god.
Street rat scoundrel. Take that.
There.
Stuff.
Just a little snack, guys.
Hood rat, mama.
Yes. So then we had Neil ended up joining. He knew how to trick the Shadow into... He hitched a ride by putting Robin Hood's... Was it Robin Hood's daughter?
Son.
It was his
Robin
son?
Hood and Maid Marian's son.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Which I believe was backwards, because the book, I believe he had a daughter in the book. And not a son.
Well, they kind of had to have the son because...
The Lost Boys.
Yeah, because he only comes after the boys.
Yeah.
Yep.
I know,
Everything's a little backwards.
I guess a little bit of the crossover that I missed, but was we had Robin Hood and and Will Scarlet were part of the band of thieves.
The Merry Men. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
so I guess there was a little more crossover than I realized. I forgot about that till just now.
Well, when they said his name was Will in Wonderland, I was like, there was a Will Scarlet in.
Yeah. Yeah, that was very interesting.
All my Robin Hood characters are from Men in Tights, because that was the first. I watched that when I was way too young for that, and that was what seared Robin Hood characters on my mind. So Will Scarlet is a guy with a pair of daggers grinding an arrow to dust with a wood chipper.
And then sticking the knives back in his pants as pants fall.
Yeah, exactly. It makes like a buzzsaw sound, like.
And Little John's on the bridge, needing tolls for rolls.
Yeah, tolls for rolls.
Where's Friar Tuck in all this?
He's Mel Brooks. He comes in on, with the donkey saying...
He's a moil.
Yeah, he's a moil.
I don't mean in Men in Tights. I mean in Once Upon a Time.
He hasn't mentioned yet?
No, we haven't had any mention of Friar Tuck.
He did. When they showed the Merry Men, they didn't mention anyone else's name but Will's.
Right.
So maybe that's opened up. But then again, Robin Hood and Regina were meant to be together, but Regina never went and talked to him. So
yeah, as
there's that storyline too.
As Goblin Graph points out in chat here, we saw Ursula as well. Don't forget Ursula. I almost did.
Oh yeah.
Real and fake Ursula.
Yes, we saw both.
We saw Medusa.
Fake Ursula was Regina. Real Ursula was Ursula.
Pissed.
So yeah, she was not happy about the impersonation.
Even though she was only like an image of Ursula for like 5 seconds, but yeah.
It was like she was a statue. It was a gold statue thing. It was really
a young Dave Chappelle, yes.
Achoo.
Cary Ells, right?
Yep.
Yeah, he was Robin Hood.
Yeah, he's a phenomenal actor.
I agree.
They should have got him.
That movie was hilarious.
They should have got him to play Robin Hood. That would have been hysterical.
That would have been amazing. You kidding me? You're gonna play Robin Hood again, but you're gonna be slightly more serious this time.
Yeah. So then we we visited the secret caves, the Echo Caverns, they were called, right? Which that whole episode I thought was really cool. Where they had to reveal a secret about themselves to make this bridge appear so they could save Wendy, who Wendy Darling was kind of...
they were saving Neil.
They were saving Neil and Wendy, I believe.
Wendy wasn't there. Wendy was already free. She was back at the camp.
I thought they made her seem like she was a damsel in distress.
Well, they
she
did,
was,
of course.
She was helping Pan the whole time. But yeah, they were helping Neil, and then I thought they went to save Wendy right after that.
Well, she wasn't in a cage. She was just sitting at the camp. She was too scared. He scared her shitless.
Yeah, they thought she was held captive, though.
Well, she kind of was.
They were trying to rescue her.
Pan threatened her with,
her brothers. So they thought they were rescuing her.
Yeah. That was a convoluted story, too.
Yeah. So, I don't know. And then we learned that 2 of the characters that have been sent to Storybrooke now, they were sent to finish destroying magic, was actually turned out to be John and Michael Darling. So that was kind of cool. I didn't even, as soon as they said it, I was like, oh, really? Like, they actually pulled the wool over my eyes on that one.
At first I didn't know who they were. I was just like, who are these 2 hipsters?
Yeah.
It's like, I think I saw them at a Starbucks down the street from me.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And then probably the big reveal that we learned this episode, which we had toyed around with. We jokingly mentioned it in passing, not even thinking it was the case. We knew that Rumpelstiltskin and Peter Pan were related or knew each other somehow. We knew they were close. We didn't know exactly what dynamic, and we jokingly said, I believe it was me that jokingly said, he's his father, and I was like, because I was thinking the whole Neverland thing where, you don't grow up and Rumpel's been away, so he would have aged and while Pan stayed behind, but then I was like, but Pan is just a kid, so that doesn't really makes sense when it comes down to it.
Yeah.
But little did we know that there was
Magic involved.
some pixie dust involved. That
Yeah, I didn't see that one coming, really.
Yeah.
You always think keeping them young, but you never thought about it actually making someone revert back to their younger self.
Right.
I mean, you don't think about that. And that's what's kind of cool about what's good about this show is that they do things you don't think, are outside of your fairy tale head, what
That's
you were
probably
taught
why
as a kid and stuff like that. So
that's why I like it so much.
Yeah. Then we get to see the infamous Skull Rock, and we learned that Neverland actually had a giant hourglass in there, and we found out Neverland wasn't actually supposed to exist in reality, and Pan going there in the first place kind of broke the laws of physics.
well, the shadow said that the hourglass wasn't there until he came, until he made that wish.
Right. So for Pan creating Neverland in reality, it kind of put this time limit onto Neverland. And Pan had been looking for a way to break the curse, break the spell, to make Neverland be a permanent fixture. And he needed Henry to do that. He needed the heart of the truest believer.
Yeah.
And this whole season he had been tricking Henry to try to get Henry to believe what he was doing was the right thing, and that his family and his friends were trying to stop him from doing the right thing. And just being in Neverland had that whole effect of the brainwashing. Like, Neverland has its own effect anyway, but then you have Pan brainwashing, you have the Lost Boys brainwashing, you had all this brainwashing going on. So,
washing of the brains.
Yeah.
Where's the rinse cycle?
Yes.
Tumble dry.
Then we had some bromance between Hook and Charming, where they went on the little side quest to cure him from the nightshade poison, right? And then we found out that Charming couldn't leave Neverland, or the effects of the cure would wear off. So then they had to call in Mr. Gold, aka Rumpelstiltskin, for a favor, and then Rumpelstiltskin ends up dying, and the magic, he's still told how to do it with, like, his dying breath, whatever, how to cure himself, with the help of Ariel, or not Ariel. Ariel ended up helping Belle, and Belle ended up finding the secret that, I don't know. There's a whole bunch of stuff going on there. I don't remember how much of it. There was like 3 storylines all tied together into that, like, one little secret there. But it had
they
to
got
do with
the
that.
Pandora's box.
Yeah.
And then Peter and Pan trapped Gold in the Pandora's box.
Yes.
But then that goes to, they said
But then
the
they
blood
let him
magic.
out. Right?
Yeah, but the blood magic, with the bloodline of Rumpels, could work that. But then doesn't that mean that Pandora somehow related to them?
No, because Pandora functions individually, and they sealed it through magic.
Okay.
So that's just the effects of the box and not the closing mechanism. But yeah, so then Pan ends up, he's going to be done, but Pan can never be defeated. So Pan ends up casting a spell at the last minute and switches Henry and himself. So they put Pan in Pandora's box.
But it was actually Henry?
And yes, it was, it ended up being Pan in Henry's body now. And they
that
just
was so confusing.
Yeah, they just discovered this now at the end of the season, right?
Bring back Pan Henry? Henry Pan. Henry Pan? Pan Henry.
Yeah, but then they finally switched their bodies back, and Gold did an admiral thing. Killed both of them.
Yes.
Whether or not they are really truly dead because of the whole curse coming, I not doubt too, because the whole curse being wiped, whole storybook being wiped out and stuff. Um,
Yeah, so what Pan had done is he reenacted the curse now that Regina created in the first place that created Storybrooke, and he wants to form a new Neverland in Storybrooke. So he's basically overwriting the curse with this new one, which is supposed to replace all the people's memories. Like they're gonna forget everything that they were, everything they've done. Like the whole thing is gonna start from scratch. It's gonna reset, and since Emma, since Emma and Henry are there, and Regina, no one's supposed to have these memories. So if this curse goes through, there's no way to undo it. So what they do is they form a plan to get Henry and Emma out before this goes off. So they're not stuck there.
Well, thing. They instead of replacing all their memories with like kind of what the curse did in the first place, what the only person that could stop it was the original person who casted it. And Regina did make a cast that way. Everyone did the thing, whatever, the curse. So everyone gets sucked back to where they came from the Enchanted Forest.
Right. Everybody's supposed to go back to the Enchanted Forest.
Memory, instead of being under Pan's control.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So either way, they're supposedly supposed to.
Right. Now that's what's supposed to happen. Like but last we saw, we had this green fog rolling in, which they think is the new curse coming in to save them. Mm-hmm. Right. But now this is where we ended. We ended actually with Hook visiting Emma and Henry back in New York, which they have no memories of Hook. Mm-hmm. But Hook knows who they are.
Yeah.
So
it's so weird.
He tries to kiss Emma and she like beats him up or whatever, closes the door, and then she's just sitting there pondering. So we're kind of left with what happened after the curse, because Hook still retained his memories when he's not supposed to. And then what happened with the fog. So now we're getting into the speculation part of the show.
A lot of people I've seen have speculated, well, Hook's not from there, he's from England. Well, if he was from England, he would have been sucked back to the Enchanted Forest.
True.
Right. But now here's something that other people have pointed out as well that I've seen going around. We see in the preview for the Wicked Witch coming. Wicked is coming. We see her walking into Storybrooke.
Yeah. Well,
she crosses the town line when Storybrooke is not supposed to be in existence right now. So for her to do that, what they're thinking is she cast a counterspell of some sort before, and the green fog rolling through is actually her spell.
Maybe.
So.
But if Hook remembers, then that kind of leaves the thought that all of them might remember.
Well, yeah, that's my point. Is if the Wicked Witch cast this counterspell and it went into effect before this curse went off, that's the spell that's active right now. And it countered Pan's curse. So this new Neverland doesn't exist, and now it's under control of the Wicked Witch.
Yeah, it still leaves the thought. It still leaves the question: how to come back if you're not there? There's no way to come back.
Right. So now, how much elements of Wizard of Oz / Wicked do you think we're gonna see in the second half of the season? Because this has been the first season where we really left Storybrooke and we left the Enchanted Forest. This is the first time we've gone off into another world, Neverland. So do you think we're going to go to Oz at all this season?
Maybe.
We're going to have to. They're going to have to, at least some flashbacks.
Yeah, flashbacks. I'm thinking Oz might actually be a part of Wonderland.
Maybe.
It could be.
Well, like I was saying, that maybe Oz is just the center with the roads going all over the place. You never know.
Yeah.
But they're going to do some backstory of the Wicked Witch, because there's obviously something between her and Regina. It's been already kind of thrown out there.
Regina and every other evil female person out there, I think there's something between them.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And then
probably gonna see Linda, if I had to guess, if she's going to be the good witch or not. I don't know, or how good she's going to be. They might do a twist on her.
Oh, it's already the theory that and if you saw Wicked, she was the good witch was kind of painted as the bad witch. Like, not so bad, but, if if you read the fan theory that she's the bad guy in the entire universe. I mean, she dropped a house on her sister over a pair of fucking shoes. Who's really evil in this entire thing?
I
Yeah.
don't know.
So I don't know. What name do you think the Wicked Witch is going to go by in the series? Because she's gone by a lot of names in the new the what was it the prequel to the Wizard of Oz that they just shot, which was Oz the Great and Powerful.
Yeah.
She was known as Theodora, right? And then in the Wizard of Oz, the book, she was Mamba, I believe.
And I believe in Wicked the play, she's Elphaba.
Yes.
Yeah.
So she's gone under a lot of names. Everything from Mamba, Mambia, Bastinda, Smarmy, Eveline, Elphaba,
Smart.
Ascadelia, and Theodora. So she's had many names.
Maybe they'll go with Theodora because it's the easiest one to pronounce.
Possibly. Or maybe they'll just give her a brand new name.
Maybe
or maybe they'll
she's-
give her the hardest name just so you have to pronounce it. No.
I
Maybe
just
her
pronounced
name is
all of them,
just
so
Stacy.
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 We'll go with that. The Wicked Witch's name is now Stacy.
Okay.
Yeah, so I don't know, do you think we're gonna see the Wicked Witch of the what was it, South? Do we have a Wicked Witch of the South?
We never saw the Wicked Witch of the South.
We have North
was Glinda.
We had
And
Wicked
then-
Witch of the East and Wicked Witch of the West. The Wicked
West.
Witch of the East was the one the house was dropped on, right?
A whole movie and nothing about girls fighting over a pair of shoes.
Right.
Yep.
So, I don't know. Do you think we're gonna see any mention of the Wicked Witch of the South? Because I don't think in any of the Oz books there was quite a few of them. I don't think any of them we learn of the Wicked Witch of the South or the Witch of the South.
Maybe
rather.
they'll bring her. Maybe bring her in because if there's no mention of her anywhere, it has a whole new character they can that they can create on their own.
Yeah, and that's something Once Upon a Time loves doing is taking a twist on
I
something.
can imagine what they could come up with. It'd be amazing.
Yep. I don't know. And then when the Super Bowl aired, we were treated to a new teaser, and we saw that there was flying monkeys coming, and it's something that's so obvious that I overlooked it. It's blatantly there. You think of the Wicked Witch, and it's synonymous with flying monkeys, and it never even crossed my mind that they were possibly coming to Once Upon a Time.
Flying monkeys. Those things always scared me as a kid.
And they looked pretty vicious in this. Did you guys happen to see that
Yeah,
preview?
I saw it. Yeah, I don't remember it very well. That was a couple months ago.
Sarah saying in chat that the Witch of the South lived in a rose quartz castle. So
It depends on what, according L. Frank Baum, the Good Witch of the South is Glinda in the book. In chapter 18, it mentions her. The Wicked Witch of the West is not named in the books, but they named her Mamba in the 1910 film. Wicked Witch of the East is mentioned, not named, and the Good Witch of the North was not named in the books, but she was mentioned. So the North and South are good, East and West are evil.
Mm-hmm. Well, I know that, but
yeah, I just default to saying Wicked Witch. It just sounds better. So
Uh-huh.
I knew she was supposed to be a good witch, but I just keep saying Wicked for some
but
reason.
again, I mean, the twist. I mean, what really defines, you being wicked or being evil? I mean, there's always that thin line.
Yeah,
and once has done a great job of like walking that line.
perception.
Indeed.
Yep.
So
Also, Chat Goblin has a good theory. Regina is the Wicked Witch of the South.
that would be interesting because
Regina
we do
is
know
the unmentioned Wicked Witch.
we do know that Regina and the Wicked Witch will have some kind of feud. We do know that, so that would kind of make sense.
Oh my.
Well, I mean, Regina, like we said, Regina wasn't always evil.
Right.
True.
It was the whole incident with Snow that kind of threw her over.
She wasn't always a witch either.
Right.
No. Well, it was her. It wasn't. It was her mom. Put
Yeah,
in
it had
that
a lot
whole
to do with
snow
Korra.
thing.
It had a lot to do with Tinkerbell, which we learned through a lot of backstory this episode. That she even became one. And we forgot to mention Regina is supposedly destined to fall in love with Robin Hood. So
Or was. I mean, that time could have passed and obviously passed because he got married to Maid Marian and had a kid.
yeah, but that doesn't
But I like to see what happens.
But
Yeah,
destined
I like
doesn't
to see what
mean
happens now.
destined doesn't mean that there might not be something in between. Like to destiny, to me anyway, is supposed to be the quote unquote end goal. So if she's destined to be with Robin Hood, that's still going to come to pass at some point. It doesn't matter if he had somebody in between.
I want to see that. I want to see what they do with that story. I want to know if she ever realizes it, if they ever meet and she obviously saw the tattoo on his arm.
Right, she saw it back then, but she hasn't seen it now.
Well, she hasn't even. I don't think they even talk to each other.
No.
Right now, they haven't even met up in this time.
No, because at this point, Robin Hood's been kind of holed up in Rumpel's old castle. So it wasn't now recently until we've had some interactions with Mulan, and we've had some stuff with I can't think of his name. Gold's son.
Oh, Neil.
Neil. I just blanked out for a second. Thank you.
Total blank.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of his other name, which begins with a B, and I don't remember that one either. Bellfire. Yeah, there we go. Totally blanking on it. It's been a while.
Yeah, it has.
So
it really has.
The last episode aired December 15th. So that's 3 months ago.
We have to bring up the whole Mulan thing. I mean, she joined the Merry Men.
Yeah, Mulan joined Robin Hood's Merry Men, which is interesting because Mulan is the first female. Yeah,
female Merry Men, and the first.
This isn't really surprising.
Lesbian or gay fairy tale figure we've seen.
Right, but this isn't really surprising coming from Mulan either, because in the traditional telling of Mulan, she basically did this anyway. She played a dude to get into the war, so of course she's gonna fit into Robin Hood's Merry Men. Like that really makes sense when you come to think about it. But yeah, I don't know. So there's a lot of cool stuff that's been going on this season. I'm more excited for Once Upon a Time out of the two.
Because there's a lot they could do. Well, since it's been going on for so long, there's so much backstory and there's so much stuff that they could bring in.
And we're kind of stuck in developmental hell with Wonderland. We don't know if it's getting renewed or not.
Yeah.
We don't even know at this point if Once Upon a Time is being renewed. I don't think. I haven't heard anything.
I haven't heard anything either.
Yeah. So if this gets, I'm assuming Once Upon a Time is going to be renewed because ratings have still been really good for it. The last episode we had for season 3 for Once Upon a Time had 6.44 million viewers. And the season started out with 8.52 million viewers. So I really don't see them canceling the show anytime soon.
No, not at all.
But then you compare it to Wonderland, and Wonderland only had 3.3 million in its last episode that aired, and it had 5.82 to start with, which starting is pretty good, but numbers have been significantly dropping. I wouldn't be surprised to see them cancel it. I don't want them to. I'd love to see what they can do with these two shows. But I think part of the big reason Wonderland is kind of hurting is their numbers have been dropping and dropping and dropping, and now they're coming back with only 5 episodes left after a huge break. And having a huge break and then coming back into a show like that, it's not always the best for it. That's usually what kills shows like that.
When they first announced Wonderland, I thought they were going to do it during the winter break of Once Upon a Time.
Yeah, and even they said, I've read some stuff that they said that they wish that they did it differently.
They should have done it that way.
And aired it when Once Upon a Time was not airing. And if they should have. If they did that, they would have been a lot better off. So maybe since it's doing decent, like it's not doing bad by any means, but since it's only doing par, I don't know much about the viewership versus their cost and stuff like that, how much money they get back for different viewers and stuff like that. But if it's still practical for them to continue on, I do believe that that's how the second season will be treated.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But so the next episode of Once Upon a Time is called New York Serenade. It says, when Gina obliterated her original curse, which erased Storybrooke from existence and whisked its residents back to the Enchanted Forest, it left Emma and Henry back into the world with no memories of Storybrooke. But all is not well in the Enchanted Forest. The characters have discovered something that changed. Something has changed now that... Bleh.
That is worded weird.
Yes.
Something that has changed that now places their lives in danger.
Yes. Sending Hook to Emma's New York home in an attempt to jog her memory so that she can once again help with her family and friends. So I believe that the reason why we saw Hook force the kiss on Emma is he was trying to enact True Love's kiss.
Yep, totally.
Which clearly did not work very well for him.
I think might be a different curse. I think her memories are there, but they're like behind a wall.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's going to take more than a kiss.
True Love's kiss could overcome anything, right?
She doesn't love either one of them.
Right. So that's why it's not going to work.
She doesn't love anyone. Was Henry going to kiss her?
That would be weird.
But exactly, that would be weird. But he has no reason to kiss her for that reason.
Yeah. Yeah. So just running down the list of episodes that we have we have all the final episodes, all their titles are in place. We have episode 12, which I mentioned is New York Serenade. Episode 13 is called Witch Hunt, which is I like that. 14 is called The Tower. 15 is Quiet Minds. 16, It's Not Easy Being Green, so hopefully that's a huge backstory on the Wicked Witch, because that'll be awesome. 17 is The Jolly Roger, so we definitely know we're not quite done with Hook yet.
Oh, no, let's hope not.
Bleeding Through is episode 18. Episode 19 is A Curious Thing, and it looks like episode 20, if I believe. Are they only in 20 episodes, or...
When is that one supposed to...
I don't know.
20 seems like a weird number for them to end on. But anyway, episode 20 is called Kansas. So, do you think we're going to see Dorothy?
Oh, we might. We might.
Tin Man, Scarecrow, Cowardly Lion?
The Wizard of Oz was also from Kansas.
He was.
Mm-hmm.
So do you think we're going to see the Tin Man, Scarecrow, Cowardly Lion, Toto?
I don't know.
None of those. I mean, there's only a few of those titles that kind of went, that's what it might be about. So a lot of them, you don't know what they're going to be about.
Sarah said, or they're bringing Kermit in. Someday we'll find it, the Rainbow Connection, the lovers, the dreamers, and me.
It's not easy being green.
Somewhere over the rainbow.
Mm-hmm.
Kermit the Frog.
Mike, can you give me your best Kermit the Frog impression right now? On the spot.
Hello, everybody. It's bad. I can't. I can never do Kermit. I've tried for years.
That's amazing. Seb, can you do Miss Piggy?
No, I can't.
Perfect. That sounded just like her.
Sure.
I could do the whine a little bit.
Why are we talking about Muppets now?
Blame Sarah.
Yes.
That's all Sarah's
Good
fault.
job. So, I don't know. Yeah, Goblin Graph brings up a good point. He goes, technically, they could bring the Muppets in because they are Disney property. So
I don't think they're going to.
That'd be interesting. There's a new Muppet movie coming out.
Maybe next season they'll bring in Frozen. You never know.
I could see that.
I could see it.
It was so popular at that.
I could 100% see a Frozen tie-in.
That leads to something.
And Elsa has some kind of, shit in the past with Regina as well.
Yeah.
Maybe she's the other good witch.
Could be. Could be.
We're just going to throw this out there and hope it sticks on something.
Yeah. You guys have anything else you want to throw out there?
Not really.
Not really. I mean, there's so many different possibilities. You could go on forever. I had to mention Mulan because otherwise Chrissy might strangle us.
Yeah. I really hope that we see Dorothy, and I hope we see the tornado come through Kansas and crash into the Wicked Witch at the end of the...
If they do not have some stylish red shoes, I'm going to be very disappointed.
Mm-hmm. I'm sure we'll see the ruby slippers.
They better be beautiful.
Well, the ruby slippers are what defeats the Wicked Witch, right? They have some power over her.
No.
I thought in the book that's how it went. I know not in the TV
It's
show
like
and not in Wicked.
It was more perceptive power than actual power.
I don't know. I believe that's the direction Once Upon a Time is going to go. I think the ruby slippers are going to be the key to stopping the Wicked Witch.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to having the Wizard of Oz. I hope this is a story arc that's not just done for a half season. I hope this carries on, bleeds into the next season a little bit.
I have a feeling it's going to.
Goblin Gaff brings up another good point. The episode titled "The Tower" could be a Rapunzel.
They've already said that she's going to be that. She's already going to be in it.
Yeah, and Cruella de Vil. I forgot that too. Cruella de Vil is supposed to be making an appearance this season as well.
When. Is she this season?
This season, supposedly.
Allegedly.
Yes. So I don't know. Just based off the titles, I don't really see a good episode for Cruella unless New York Serenade. Didn't the 101 Dalmatians take place in New York?
No, it took place in London.
In London.
London?
Mm-hmm.
Did it?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I don't know. So, I don't know. Maybe we'll see her this season. Maybe we won't. I heard we will be seeing her this season. I don't remember if that was an official interview statement or not. But
But the person they chose for Rapunzel is very different than what people's perception of who she is.
She doesn't have cornrows, right?
I don't think so. I hope not.
That would be kind of pointless for Rapunzel to have cornrows.
But it is a colored black woman, so.
Is it?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Oh, I didn't know that. I was just cracking a joke because I actually heard that.
The actress, I think she's mixed. I think she's black and white mixed.
Oh, well, that's actually cool. I give them props for that. So no, I had no clue whatsoever. I was just cracking a joke. I heard it in a, I think it was an Eminem song or something. He said it's as pointless as Rapunzel with cornrows or something like that.
No, if I remember right, the actress is. I can't remember. She was in some other shows. I can't remember what her name was. But yeah, I was very surprised that they chose her, and I was like, that's kind of interesting. How are they going to make it for her hair since they're not known,
Yep.
having long hair unless they have extensions or cornrows. That's why I'm like, seriously, Dom.
Yeah. Anyway, just to wrap things up, I'm really looking forward to the season. I think their choice for the Wicked Witch, Rebecca Mader, who also played Charlotte on Lost, is a great choice. There's been some pictures floating around of her in full makeup, and there's also been pictures of her standing with Mr. Gold. So it does not appear that Mr. Gold, aka Rumpelstiltskin, is dead after all.
It could be a flashback too. You never know.
Could be, but I think they're going to find some way to bring him back.
Oh, they are. I mean, they're going to have to.
He's the dark one.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Rachel, where can the people find you?
You can find me down below at my new lower third.
Ooh.
Down below.
Savannah 17.
Down below. Savannah
Mike,
17.
where can the people find you?
Same place, down below. Twitter.
Yeah.
Also at
Lovely
Savannah
lower
17.
third. Not there. I'll reply to her tweets sometimes, but they're not going to
Yes,
find
he
her
does.
Every time you tweet Mike, a goat screams. Just so you know.
I muted it.
You muted it.
Well, I'm not talking about right this moment,
text-
but in general,
it texts me enough to mute my phone, so.
Yes. You can find me below at Phenomenon, Phenomedom, and you can find us all on Twitter, Facebook, Google+, Gmail, and YouTube.
And
At /ASOTV podcast for some more podcasts or some of your favorite TV shows. Also check us out on tvcaptive.com. And yeah, till next week, we will catch you guys for actually Friday, I believe. We should probably be doing the Wonderland podcast. So yeah, see you guys then.
We'll see how this comes back.
Oh, yo. God damn it, Mike.
You're welcome.